Bond trading specialist Cantor Fitzgerald lost more employees than any other company on 9/11.
We had 960 employees in New York before September 11th. When we figured everything out, we had lost 658 and we had 302 people left. But it was really important to the survivors that we rebuild this company in order to be able to say to the children of those who had passed away, this is where my daddy worked, this is where my mommy worked.
Was there a plan while you were rebuilding, or were you just doing it on the fly?
You know, my brother Howard is the chairman and CEO of Cantor, and he took really his direction from the survivors, and they wanted to make this happen. And they got space from UBS Warburg, who was a client, and they really started regrouping as fast as they could. And everybody just worked. They worked long, grueling hours to make the firm come on back.
Edie Lutnick details the firm's comeback and how it kept its promise to provide for the families of its fallen employees in her memoir, An Unbroken Bond.
On September 13th, my brother Howard called me and he said, Edie, I want to start a charity to take care of the families and I want you to run it. And I did. And so on the 14th, we started the Cantor Fitzgerald Relief Fund. On the 19th, when Howard knew that the firm would in fact survive, because it was not a foregone conclusion that that was going to happen, he made a promise to our families that he would give 25% of the profits of the firm for 5 years, and he would give 10 years of health care, and he would start the charity with a donation of $1 million.
How has Cantor changed since September 11th? What kind of a firm are you now?
Well, you know, as I said, we had 960 on September 10th. We had 302 on September 11th. Now we have 1,600 employees in the New York area. And the firm has grown for the 5 years where the commitment was to provide for the families. It had to be very, immediate profits in order to be able to take care of the families, because we've raised and distributed through that Cantor Promise over $180 million for our families. So now we have the ability, the firm has the ability to look long range and to do projects that may take longer to come to fruition, but are really in keeping with how Cantor operates, things like Cantor Gaming.
Aside from describing Cantor's rise from the ashes, An Unbroken Bond describes how a sea of strangers was forever transformed by tragedy into a tight-knit community.
There's so many lessons that we still have to learn here. There's things that we did well, there's things that we could do better. And I think that we have to look at those things that are outstanding. God forbid there's ever another tragedy that strikes us, so that we'll be better prepared.